How you going, ladies and gents? You're very welcome to episode 8 of The Lot. Have we got a show for you tonight? I don't know, have we?
Probably.
We are delighted to have in studio with us tonight a wonderful fiddle player called Julian Nichols, and he's got a tune coming up a little bit later in the show. Julian,
Give us a shout, Julian.
Hey, there you go. And as always, Caroline's at the helm here. So, for anyone who hasn't checked out one of these shows before, we'd like to get everybody warmed up with a bit of a song, a bit of a Camolia. So this one is called the Raggle, Taggle, Gypsy. We're playing it in B minor. So you musicians out there, it's basically the same as D, only...
Yeah, you could use the D whistle or pan pipes.
Alright, this is called the Raggle, Taggle, Gypsy, and it goes like this. And we're off. So that song bears a striking resemblance to another song that we do called the Gypsy Rover. It's the same kind of story, and if you're a fan of songs of the travelling people, we did a show there on Sunday with Owen Mannion, and we did a couple of good songs of the travelling folks. So check that one out. It's on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page.
Yeah, well, if you didn't see it, it's well worth seeing. Just if you don't like us, go and watch it for Owen, because Owen's just magnificent.
Unreal.
Bring a tear to your eye.
Oh, to a glass eye, sir. So I want to say a big thank you to the wonderful musicians that we had last week, which is Didna Finch. It was one of our highest rated shows. It was just great to have Did in here and playing, just get the buzz off another person. But having said that, we have got a wonderful show for you tonight. We've got 7 guests, the most amount of guests we've had in one show.
Yeah. and the most amount of notes. And also, the other thing that I realised today, one of the tunes today is the fastest tune that we've done by far, I think.
The tune set, what the tune says. It's ridiculous, but it's great crack. So just to give you a bit of a flavour of what's to come, as I said, seven guests, 4 new players who haven't been on the show before. So we've got obviously Julian, who's in studio with us. He's got a lovely hornpipe coming up. We've got Cian on the banjo. Cian is living down in Denmark now, but was living in Perth here, and it was great to have him at the sessions. But he sent us up a lovely set of jigs. We've got Martina over there in County Tyrone from Oma. She's a wonderful button accordion player, and she sent us over lots of different tunes, but we're doing a reels tonight.
There's more to come after.
Lots more to come from Martina. It's so great to have those tunes. And we have, of course, young Joey as well, also on button accordion. So Joey from the Aran Islands, Joey Farty, sent us over some tunes by Carrier Pigeon. So they just arrived there last week. He sent them before Christmas. Yeah, we got those coming up.
I heard a tap on the. Like, cheers.
We also have some local legends. We've got Donough on the fiddle. He's got some great reels for us. We got Fiona on the flute, Fiona Doyle, doing some polkas. We're going to roll those back from a previous episode, and then of course Les on the accordion as well. So lots coming up in the show. We are going to start with our first guest. We're going to get straight into it here. If it looks strange us putting on these headphones, that's because it is.
They're actually earmuffs, so we can't hear ourselves.
So this is Fiona with a set of polkas that we played a few weeks ago, and these are called Jim Keefe's. We got the Ballyvourney and Daly's Mill. So I think Ballyvourney is a Gaeltacht area in Cork. So these are a couple of nice polkas to get everyone loosened up, and they go like this.
Fiona.
That's a great set, isn't it?
Yeah, there's one thing me and Fiona can agree on, and that's polkas.
Nothing else.
Oh no, a couple of other things. Reels, jigs.
Fair play, Fiona. Thank you so much for that one. I forgot to mention as well at the top of the show that tonight's show is being brought to you by Ginger Nuts.
How dare you?
I was just going to leave that out there, you know.
I don't think I can't see the packaging. So
Oh, really? Oh, I see it. It's this television. It's not all it's cracked up to be. There we go.
That's very, I mean, being an Australian citizen, to get the American ginger nuts.
I know, yeah. I've run out of Irish biscuits, but my mammy's going to send me over some more. So, fair play, mammy. Okay, so now we're going to do a set of tunes that Ben put together
This afternoon. Which ones are they?
So I think so this one it's going to be a couple of jigs because we were a little bit reel heavy with some of our guests. So these are a set of jigs here called the Rambling Pitchfork, and then we're going to go into Dusty Windowsills, and then we're going to be tripping up the stairs.
And I was actually just talking to my dad yesterday. He's talking about how to play like the jig rhythm. Like he's like, should I go down up down or down up or whatever?
I just keep going down.
Yeah. Anyway, there's going to be a lot of down in this.
Oh, alright, check it out. So yeah, here we go. Set of jigs.
may have noticed, me and Derek despise rehearsals.
That was fun, man. I enjoyed myself.
I know, that was great. Yeah, we were sitting down this afternoon. We are a little bit behind schedule on this show in general, and
just because of the billion tunes you have to learn.
Yeah, it's just on account of that, but that's fine. We're not
That's
complaining.
great. No, that's good.
And Derek said, we usually put in a set of our own. And I was like, what's some tunes? And he was like, named a couple. I was like, yeah, just put them all together.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
Siobhan just said savage setting jigs.
Ah, deadly. Thank you very much. So we noticed as well as we were putting together the music that our guests were sending in, that there's a lot of tunes from modern day composers who are
like people that are, I guess, our age, which is like some of one of Cian's tunes is at least from 1850 or earlier, I think, something like that.
Wow.
I think, and so a lot of the tunes that we play are actually quite old, and Julian's one, which we're about to play, is
ancient.
Yeah, a good 200 or 300 years old.
But yet peppered throughout the thing, there's these modern. We got some Mick McGoldrick stuff.
Yeah,
we've got
Andy Sutherland from Scotland.
Yes,
yeah.
and Tom McElvogue.
Yeah.
So we'll be playing Tom McElvogue's jig a little bit later on. But it's great to get the modern tunes and the old tunes.
So I guess if you want to know who wrote them, you can, like, if you like the tune or whatever, you can go and look them up and knock on their door and say cheers. Don't do that.
Cheers for the tune. All right, without further ado, we're going to move on to our main guest here this evening. We've got Julian in the studio, and Julian kindly came in a couple of weeks ago and recorded this lovely one on my request. So I was like, please come in and record this. We'd love to have it.
And who was here in the studio with us again?
My children, Amy and Xander, were here.
Amy and Xander were here. And if you listen carefully,
at the end of the recording, you'll hear Amy and Xander. So if they're watching, a big shout out to those.
Hello.
And good man. And this, of course, is I gave a little bit of a hint to it in the Facebook post. This is, of course, is the King of the Fairies in E minor. All right, here we go. Here's Julian on the fiddle. 1, 2, 3. Good stuff, Julian. What do you make of that?
Oh, brilliant work.
It's
brilliant
great fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
So when Julian came over the other night, we laid down a couple of tracks of it, and then Ben all of a sudden was kind of like, maybe we'll just try and go with Fiddle and Bones, and that was the one that we got.
Yeah, and then I kind of wanted to, we'll listen to it this afternoon. I was thinking like it'd be good to do a nice kind of raw stripped back version. Both of us playing like basically bass guitars, yeah.
Yeah. That was the old octave mandola there, so giving that a bit of a whirl. So a bit of a tradition that we used to have when we had John Batista. here in Perth is we would do the.
Is Johnny on there?
I haven't seen him yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I suppose he's got a job. Yeah.
Well, yeah. So we used to do the King of the Fairies, and then we go straight into this one here. So out of tradition, we're going to sing this song for Johnny, even though it's way out of my range. But here we go.
Oh yeah, I suggested it, and then Derek started singing it. I was like, I mean, he sings it well, but you wouldn't want to have to do it a few times in a row, I guess. Yeah. I'll try and help you out as best I can.
Fair play. So let me see.
Eileen Og, and that the Dallas name is Tulla Barony. Her features they were famous. If we loved her, then hell was there to blame us for wasn't she the pride of Pentamore. But her beauty made us all so shy. Not some mom could look her in the eye. Boys, oh boys, sure that's the reason why we're important for the pride of Pentamore. Eileen Og, me heart is growing grey ever since the day you wandered far away. Eileen Og, there's good fish in the sea, but there's none like the pride of Pentamore. Friday asked the Fairies and Tubber. Eileen met McArthur, the cattle jobber. I'd like to set me mark upon the robber, for he stole away the bride of Pentamore. He never seemed to see the girl at all, even when she ogled him from underneath her jaw. Looking big and masterful when she was looking small, most provoking of the pride of Pentamore. Eileen Og, me heart is growing grey ever since the day you wandered far away. Eileen Og, there's good fish in the sea, but there's none like the pride of Pentamore. So it went as it was in the beginning. Eileen Og was bent upon the winning. Big McGrath contentedly was grinning, being courted by the pride of Pentamore. Says he, I know a girl that will knock you into bits. And as Eileen, she nearly lost her shit. The up on the rock she was, and now the robber sits with his arms around the pride of Pentamore. Eileen Og, me heart is growing grey ever since the day you wandered far away. For Eileen Og, there's good fish in the sea, but there's none like the pride of Pentamore. Oh boys, with faith it's hard to grapple. Of my eyes, sweet Eileen was the apple. Now to see her walk into the chapel, with the hardest featured man in Pentamore. Now boys, this is all I have to say. When you do your courting, make no display. If you want them to run after you, just look the other way, for they're mostly like the pride of Pentamore. Oh, Eileen Og, me heart is growing grey ever since the day you wandered far away. Eileen Og, there's good fish in the sea, but there's none like the pride of Pentamore.
I just saw the Caroline looking over to you like with just like the poor fella. Once again, like I feel like I'm this afternoon trying to figure out which songs we were going to do, and I've just suggested all the hardest songs for Jake. I was like, that'd match really well. He's like, yeah, it's 10 verses long. Oh yeah, it's 5 octaves higher.
In other words, thanks.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's great. So back to tunes now. We got a beautiful set of reels that we previewed them actually on last week's show, I think, when we had our intermission there with Dibna, and we promised that we were going to play these tunes with Donough. I mean, there's not much you can add to them, but it's just more so that everyone else can play along as well. So we've got the wonderful Donovan here. The first tune we've got is Jim Seery's, otherwise known as the Red Haired Lass. If people are looking up on the session, we also have this middle tune here. It's such a beautiful tune called The Trip to Herve's.
Yeah. Well, it's not, I mean,
I don't know who Herve is, but it's fine.
It must be a good bloke.
And then we've got the Earl's Chair at the end. So this is a beautiful set. Donough takes the most amazing care when he's recording these tunes and sending them to us. So there's really not much that we're going to add here.
It's a joy to play along with. You're like yeah. Now said.
So we'll play these ones here from Donough. Some lovely reels. Hope you enjoy these. Okay. Okay.
3, 4.
Powerful set of tunes.
That's one of your favourites, isn't it? The last one.
What's that?
The Old Chair is one of your favourites, isn't it?
Oh, I love it. Yeah. I love those tunes that kind of don't give themselves away
Yeah.
at the very start. You know, it's that's great. What a set. That was like playing along with an orchestra. That's savage. Thank you, Donough, for those beautiful tunes. I can't imagine how is he going to top that.
Yeah.
Synthesizer.
No, he's actually sent through a couple of other examples.
Oh, he sent that guitar-y one as well.
Yeah.
Give that a roll.
If you think he's fancy on the fiddle and the mandolin, wait till you hear him on the guitar.
Ah, fabulous.
Out of
Fabulous
control.
musician. Thank you. So we're going to barrel straight into our next guest. Our fourth guest of the evening is our good friend Martina Quinn. And Martina, we encountered, I think the first time I met Martina was probably in Fenians when we were doing the session there. And she was over visiting family over here, and just the best. And then we figured out the Eugene connection with the sessions there around Oma. Got in contact with Martina. Anyone who's met her is just what a fabulous box player. She really gets into it. So.
Lovely lady too.
Yeah. So we're going to do a set of Martina's reels here.
I think her personality really comes across in the way that she plays.
It's lovely. It's lovely stuff. So I'm once again, we're going to try and get out of her way here as much as possible. Three great tunes: the Green Mountain, the Reel of Rio. The last time I heard the Reel of Rio,
Is this our first accordion tune of the night?
I think so. Yeah.
The accordions.
Got heaps more to come. But the Reel of Rio. The last time I heard it was I think Kevin was playing it on fiddle.
The second one.
It's a great tune. And then the Humours of Tulla there at the end. So three great reels. I think I just got a tune up here. One ticking. There we go.
Tuning. Cool guys.
Lovely. Okay, so this is Martina Quinn, all the way from the county of Tyrone. Here we go. hope is Martina watching? Do you know?
Not too sure.
Oh, if you are watching,
It is a weekday mid-afternoon.
Yeah, fair play.
Yeah.
What a set of tunes! That was great.
Yeah.
So enjoyable, so solid. Just
Every time I went to practice it, it was just brighten up my day.
Oh yeah, the smile on your face, you just can't help it. The smile on your face.
That's the wrong genre, bro.
Save that for Sundays. Alright, so now we're going to do another wee song here. And this is our first song about drinking whiskey that we're going to sing tonight.
And not the last.
If you're going to sing a song about drinking whiskey, you know what they say, Ben.
Drink some wine.
But this is an old Scottish song. And it was written at a time when, during the 18th century, when the manliest of jobs in Scotland, particularly outside of Glasgow, was, of course, as everyone knows, the weaving trade. It was mainly men who did the weaving, and if you were a weaver, you got a lot of respect around town. So it was so important that they set up a little kind of a sleeper suburb outside of Glasgow there, where all the weavers would live in the finest of accommodations, and then they'd be weaving during the day. So this song is about a guy who was at that job, and he was making great money and having a great time and living well, a very skilled man. And then he decided one day, he heard about people talking about whiskey, and he thought, geez, maybe I'll give that a shot. Sounds like it's great crack. And he lost 7 years of his life. Yeah, I guess...
Don't do that.
Whiskey. This is called Nancy Whiskey. If you're playing along at home with us, we're playing in the key of F. So if you have your whistles and harmonicas in C, you'll probably get there. And you were saying F is handy enough on the fiddle as well.
Yeah.
Alright, this is called Nancy Whiskey, and it goes like this.
Nancy whiskey, 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 Nancy, oh. Oh, I'm a beaver, a Calton beaver, I'm a rash and a rolling blade. I've got silver in my pocket, I'm going to follow the rolling train. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, whiskey, 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 Nancy, oh. As I went in my Glasgow city, Nancy whiskey, I chanced to smell. I went sat down beside her, 7 long years I loved her well. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, whiskey, 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 Nancy, oh. Oh, the more I kissed her, the more I loved her, the more I loved her, the more she smiled, till I forgot my mother's teaching. Nancy soon had me beguiled. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, whiskey, 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 Nancy, oh. Beware of whiskey, Nancy.
diabolical whistle?
That was the best $7 I ever spent. It's the smallest, loudest, and cheapest instrument that I own.
Oh, fair play. We got some use out of it there anyway.
Yeah.
Fair play to you.
Spent thousands of dollars on other instruments, but yeah.
$7, man. That's all you need. You become a professional whistler. So we're going to move on to our next guest this evening. So this guest is much anticipated just because we've missed him around the music scene in Perth. And of course, it's our good friend Cian Kassan. Cian moved down to Denmark there. It feels like a year ago, but I've lost all.
It would have been
all passage
3
of
years
time.
ago, I think. Remember, because he gave us a call that time. He was missing the sessions. Came up to.
That's right, up to the Albion.
And we just did an improv one at the Albion.
That's right. Yeah. I've lost all.
So he's somewhere
time,
in the forests of Denmark, just like playing this beautiful banjo that you hear, like it was. Every time I hear him, it's just a school.
It's just amazing. So I know a lot of people are looking forward to hearing Cian play. He sent me these sets of tunes, so we'll just talk about them very quickly before we peg into them. The first one's called Tatter Jack Walsh. We were researching that one, and I think that's a bit of an anglicised version of Tatter, being kind of an anglicised version of Ather, which is the Irish for father. Yeah. So I think probably it was written about a guy called Father Jack Walsh, as in a priest. Great tune. The middle tune is Tom McElvogue's Jig.
Who's that written by?
Written by the guy who's still kicking out tunes, Mr. Tom McElvogue. Is that the three-parter?
It is, And Cian plays these things so well. I listened to it, I was like, I'll have that in a snap, and I was like, oh no, there's a bit more to it. It makes it sound easy. Yeah.
It's a ripper, and then he just flows lovely into the Roar and Barmaid.
Which is also by another living composer.
It is too.
Sully.
Yes. Yeah. So this is a set of modern jigs then, I suppose. Thank you, Cian, for sending these in. Oh, I need my head tins. Fair play. So here we go. 3 lovely jigs all the way from Denmark. Not the one in Europe. The other one.
You don't need a boat to get there.
All right, here we go. tail he puts on the end of it there. It's great, isn't it? Great stuff, Cian. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now that we know you have the technology, Cian, you got to keep them coming, man.
Yeah.
It's funny, when I used to play with Cian in the session in the Woodbridge, a man to play a tune in A, you've never, he could play like a set of tunes all in A, and all just blow your mind, like just unreal.
Speaking of getting your mind blown, are you ready to get your face blown?
Oh my god. So ladies and gents, we have got our next guest.
And our youngest guest as well.
Yes, yeah. So I don't know how many people would have had the pleasure of listening to young Joey Faherty, who he was over at Christmas time visiting some relations here. At the time he was 17. So probably shouldn't have been in the pubs.
I hear we had a guardian, it was fine.
Oh, fair play. Yeah. Oh, nice one. But he came in and he played. I remember the first time we met him was in the Belvedere, and he sat down and he was like, "Any chance to play a few tunes?" And we sat him down on the stool.
Yeah, and like we just heard there's a couple of notes, and you know.
Oh,
yeah. I guess when you've been in the game a while, you hear something go. And you're just like, that guy knows how to play.
and we stuck a mic on it. And then for the next 2 weeks, Joey was just showing up and just was like, he just wanted to play, and just spinning us out with speed of tunes, different keys for tunes.
Yeah, he's like, we're playing Miss McLeod, so Dimner, if you're watching, that's why I play it in C. It's this man's fault. Yeah.
Oh man.
Because he says, let's play Miss McLeod's, and he's looking at us with a grin, and I was like, yeah, Miss McLeod's, it's easy. And then he starts playing. Me and Jake are like, what's going on?
What's going on? It's like, I know this tune, but I don't know this tune. Yeah. So this Joey is going to spin us out with 3 great tunes. The first 2 I think were Scottish tunes.
Yeah, at least the first one. Yeah, by Adam Sutherland is the first one.
Oh yes, yeah. And then we have the gravel walks at the end. Now the thing is, we've done the gravel walks a couple of times now on the show. You've never heard it at this speed, so I think this is going to be one that people are going to play back on the YouTube with the slowed down function. Do you know what I mean?
I wish I had that function for my own body. Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. So here's 3 minutes of insanity from our good friend young Joey Faherty, all the way from the Aran Islands.
And it must be noted that the first part of the way he plays this first tune is it's a unique way of playing it. I would and as always it gets a bit Persian, if you know what I mean. And
look, the thing is, the player plays it the way they play, so it was up to us to kind of find a way to follow him down that road. So let us know if we did it justice, Joey. Just fair play. So let me see now. I have to get this just right here because I want to be right on this from the start. It's one of those sets that if you miss,
it's like when the guy at the start of the running race with the starter's gun.
Oh yeah,
he goes 1 bang.
If you miss that, you're done. The race is so you make a home. All right, I think I got the right volume there. If anything, it's going to be too loud, which is going to be deadly. Okay, here we go. Hold on to your hats. Are you ready?
No.
Wait a second. All right.
Oh, the last one was wrong.
Is that the intro?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
I had to
isn't it?
start playing the airfield.
Oh.
I couldn't help myself.
Julian was sitting there just the whole time, just going.
So Julian does a lovely slow version of the slowest version of that, and it's lovely.
Oh, it's soulful.
So
It's great,
like
yeah.
we've got the person that plays it the slowest and the person that plays it the fastest in the same room.
Joey, that was amazing. You got to send us more of that stuff. I know that Divna is at home going, yes, crank it in there.
When it's like old men, like, oh God.
We're holding on for dear life there. That was great, Joey. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Send us more of them if you can, mate. That was savage. Woo! All right, it's time to sing another song, I think.
Oh yeah, what do we have here? Oh yeah.
Another whiskey song. So this was an old English ballad that was kind of adapted into an Irish version. Sometimes it's known as the Ballad of Seth Davies, but we call it Whiskey on a Sunday. It's in G, and it's got this lovely kind of movement in the chorus, which will hopefully confound you a little bit. But there's 4 verses and 4 choruses, so I'm sure we'll have it by the end. Whiskey on the Sunday, the Ballad of Seth Davies.
On the corner of Beggar's Bush, astride of an old packing crate, and the dolls at the end of the line were dancing, and the groom with a smile on his face. Whoa, come day, wishing me hard it was Sunday. Whoa, drink a buttermilk all the week, and whiskey on a Sunday. His tired old hands worked the wooden beams, and the puppets they danced up and down. Oh, a far better show than you ever would see in the fanciest teaser in town. Whoa, come day, wishing me hard it was Sunday. Whoa, drink a buttermilk all the week, and whiskey on Sunday. In 1902, old Seth Davies died, and his song it was heard no more. And the 3 dancing dolls in the dustbin were thrown, and the back went and then the back door. Whoa, come day, wishing me hard it was Sunday. Whoa, drinking buttermilk all the week, and whiskey on a Sunday. Who's got it now? Come on. Sad verse now. On some stormy night, if you're passing that way with the wind blowing up from the sea, you may still hear the song of old Seth Davy as he croons to his dancing doll tree. Whoa, come day, wishing me hard it was Sunday. Whoa, drink a buttermilk all the week, and whiskey on a Sunday. Whoa, come day, wishing me hard it was Sunday. Whoa, drink a buttermilk all the week, and whiskey on a Sunday. Ooh.
Whiskey on a Sunday, the best day to drink it,
This is kind of our Sunday, isn't it?
and every other day as well.
Yeah, that's right. We're doing no work whatsoever. Whatsoever.
Oh, fair play. So we hope you've enjoyed the show tonight. I'm a very sad story here with the ginger nuts. Nobody seems to be ploughing into these at all.
Would you dip them into a glass of...
Oh, Caroline wants to
Sav?
go of one. Fair play. Julian, ginger nut.
I don't know
Fair
if you
play.
value your teeth,
Give
but-
everybody a bit of a wave there. You. So Julian's going to stick with us and do the after show. As soon as we finish the broadcast here, we'll take a quick 10-minute break and come back with Julian. We're going to have a chat, answer any questions, and just talk rubbish for the crack. You know.
I mean, there's two things we do well.
What's that?
Talk rubbish. And what's the other one?
Always remember to.
Don't forget to...
So we had a whopper show there tonight. I want to thank our wonderful guests. We had polkas from Fiona at the top of the show. We had Julian there with the lovely King of the Fairies. We're definitely going to be running that back in a couple of weeks' time. That's just great.
Oh, yeah.
That's up there with Les's The Portsmouth.
I actually just realised tonight that the last 8 bars of that, I don't know how it goes. I was like, I know the tune, and they're like, oh, turns out I don't.
Nice one. Well, maybe Julian will school you here in the next segment. We'll see if we can whip out the fiddle in the when we do the talkback show afterwards. We also had reels from Donough, beautiful reels from Donough, beautiful reels from Martina, and the jigs from Cian were just fabulous. And the reels from Joey, I mean, I don't know, you know, that's just amazing.
I feel like you've invented a new genre there.
Oh, it's just the quality tonight. We
like
really appreciate
Death Trad.
We really appreciate the time you guys spend in sending in the tunes, and I want to say a special thank you to Mr. Ben Christensen, who learned a serious amount of tunes for this set.
Yeah! Don't thank me, I had a ball. I mean, thank all you guys for sending the tunes. I actually just learned a whole bunch of tunes. So
Look, I let you down with tripping up the stairs there, but who gives a shit, you know? It's just music, like.
No,
you know?
I just didn't know how it went, you know. But and I got to say for Derek, he actually, because he was a bit under the pump with other commitments and that sort of thing, and made up all the arrangements in the last 5 hours.
As always, a wonderful thank you to Caroline, who's been chatting away to you there online, and thank you so much for looking after all of the gritty end of the show. We are going to finish up with a set from our good friend Les. As some of you may know, the session at the Woodbridge started back last night. It was great to see everybody. Julian came down, and Dibna and Phil and Mal and Gary and of course Dennis. And then Les came in, and it was just great to see everybody again. So, I'm very sympathetic to other parts of the world that, obviously that are still in kind of serious lockdown stuff. We're very lucky here in Perth that things are starting to open up gradually, and
I guess the fact that we've got this going now, and we love it, and this is definitely part of what we do now. So we're internet, we're not going anywhere.
We're here to stay.
Yeah.
We were actually talking today that the show that we did last week with Dibna was just great. It was very different to this. Like, obviously just kind of playing with tunes and all the rest of it. With the person here, so we might try and alternate it week in, week out. But as Ben says, we're not going anywhere. Really enjoy this now. So we appreciate you guys sticking with us. This is our friend Les. Just look at the happy head on that man there. Look at that.
I'll give him 11 out of 10.
It's unreal. So we're finishing up with a Scottish jig called the Atholl Highlanders. I think Fiona also features on this one.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, a whistle or flute or
Whistle it was, yeah.
Whistle.
This is another one I have to admit that I'm like, oh yeah, I know that tune, but I don't really. But luckily there's 3 other people that do, so.
So we'll see if we can fluff our way through this one here. This one is in A Mixolydian. It's got a 4 parts. We're going to do it 3 times around. We hope you enjoyed the show. We'll be back next Wednesday with another episode of The Lot. I want to say a big thank you to Julian as well for coming in. And Julian's going to be on on the after show with us. So anyone who's interested to send him a message or have a chat, stick around with us here. Otherwise, we'll see you next Wednesday. Here's the old Atholl Highlanders from our good friend Les.
Take it away, Les.
You.
Woo! Fiona.
Julian tonight, folks. We are the Broken Pokers, and we'll see you back on next Wednesday's L.O.T show. Thank you.